Hi everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to talk more about sigma notation. So we're just going to do a couple examples. The first example says simplify each expression. You should notice though that there's two variables. There's an x and an a. But what you have to pay really close attention to is what your start value is. So my start value here is a equals 1. So when we plug our numbers in, we only plug them in for a. So what's going to happen is when we simplify this expression, we're not actually going to get a number, but we're going to get an expression with x in it because the x is something that we're not substituting in. So we have x minus a squared. And every time we see an a, we're going to start with 1 and end with 4 because 4 is my end value. So we have x minus 1 squared, x minus 2 squared, x minus 3 squared, and x minus 4 squared. So to simplify this first expression, it's just x minus 1. To simplify the second expression, it's x minus 4. The third expression is x minus 9. And the last expression is x minus 16. So notice how the x is staying, and all I did was square these. So x minus 1 squared is 1. X minus 2 squared is 4, x minus 3 squared is 9, and x minus 4 squared is 16. So now in true sigma fashion, we're just going to add. So I want to add x plus x plus x plus x. That's 4 x's. And then I want to add negative 1 plus negative 4 plus negative 9 plus negative 16. So go ahead, type that into the calculator and then hit resume when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so I got minus 30. Perfect. This is your answer. Notice that I'm not getting a whole number. You will not be able to put these into the calculator. If you do and you put x in, it's going to store it as a number. So if these particular problems, sigma day 2, you cannot use the calculator. It will not work. All right, let's try another example. Okay, so similar to yesterday, we find this sigma notation, the sum, and then we add 4 to it. So my goal is going to be to solve this first. But notice my start is the variable k. So we're going to plug into k only. So I'm starting with 3, k minus x. So I'm plugging in k is 2 and ending at 5. So k is 2 minus x, then 3 minus x, then 4 minus x, and then 5 minus x. Again, notice I plugged in k's and left the x's alone. So the way that we can simplify this is if we distribute that 3. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 3x. 3 times 4 is 12, minus 3x. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 3x. And then to find the summation, we just add them up. So go ahead in the calculator and add 6, 9, 12, and 15. And then hit resume when you're ready for the answer. Okay, I got 42. And then again in the calculator, negative 3, you don't put the x in, but negative 3 plus negative 3 plus negative 3 plus negative 3, you should get negative 12 or negative 12x. So this is my answer for the sum. Then to get the final answer, we just have to make sure we add 4 to it. So my final answer is 4 plus 42 minus 12x. And the 4 plus 42 we can add together. That gives me 46 minus 12x. So this is my final answer. Be careful. This is the answer to the sum. And then don't forget to add that 4. All right, let's try one more. All right, so same concept. We're starting now with x equals 0 and ending at 2. X is here. We're not touching the a. So we have 3 minus 2a to the x. And I'm going to start with x is 0. So 3 minus 2a to the 0 power, 3 minus 2a to the first power, and 3 minus 2a to the second power. So I started with 0, I ended with 2. So 0, 1, and 2. And then we're going to simplify and add them together. So the first one is 3 minus 2a to the 0 power. You should be thinking anything to the 0 power is 1. The second term, anything to the first power is itself. So 3 minus 2a. And then this second, or last one, 3 minus 2a squared, you cannot just distribute that power in. You actually have to do a little double distributing. So 3 minus 2a times 3 minus 2a. Feel free to use the box method if that's what you prefer, but I'm going to do that here. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 2a is negative 6a. Negative 2a times 3 is negative 6a. And negative 2a times negative 2a is positive 4a squared. And if we combine like terms, these two are my like terms. So 9 minus 12a plus 4a squared. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. So 9 minus 12a plus 4a squared. And we're going to add all of our like terms. So go ahead, 1 plus 3 plus 9. Go ahead and type that into the calculator. You should get 13. And then in the calculator, negative 2a plus negative 12a is negative 14a. And there's nothing to add the 4a squareds with, so it's just 4a squared. And if you want to be particular about how you write your answer, the a squared can come first, then the a, and then the 13. That is my final answer. All right, that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let us know.